Good night, good night, good night, good night, good night. I know it's been a while you haven't seen me personally. I know that you have seen Kems on the weekends, but yes, guys, I was down for a bit with some sickness and whatever. It was not. Respect to everyone that reached out. Quite a few people reached out to me to see if I was good or not. But yeah, finally I'm good. Get over whatever it was. Someone messaged me, asked me if it was a bug, Maguire or Fred it was that was actually causing whatever it was. But no, it was none of that. It was as Kim said the other day, flu run or whatever it was. Something like that. But past that, move on. We're here once again and we are here to discuss some football. With me tonight, I have a man that you guys haven't seen in ages, talking about Demo. Demo has given leeway to even cricket because I know that West Indies has been playing and we haven't seen Demo in a minute now. But welcome, Demo. How you doing?
Big up. Brother, vacation. But I'm back from vacation. The mind is back, ready to talk some sports. Big up everybody in the comments.
And we have a man that you guys have been seeing over and over and over. Maybe you guys are tired of his face or whatever not, even though he kind of changed his thing now because he stopped talking about this handsome face and whatever not. Talking about Kems. He's here once again. Welcome again, boss. How you doing?
Pleasure to be back with the EPL. I'm currently leading in the prediction standings. Don't think I forget. So I'm still adding up my scores. All when them not give us scores, I'm still adding up my scores. But it's a pleasure to be back and back talking some football and stuff. So definitely glad to be here for sure.
And the next fella is a fella that has given the show a break for around 100 years now. We haven't seen this man in around 100 years. I'm talking about Sherwin, who has finally risen from the dead and he's back on the show once again. Welcome, boss. How are you doing?
Good, a great man once said, find a thing that will bring you happiness. And it's good to be back amongst happiness. So, yeah, I'm
I thought
back.
it was some drinking you were talking about or something like that.
I thought Arsenal won the trophy.
Where's Arsenal with a trophy? Producer?
Yeah,
Oh.
Arsenal won the trophy.
Um, Before we get it going, hear what? Guys on Facebook, I appreciate all of you, but hear what? Go on over YouTube. That's where we want you guys. Go over YouTube and ensure that you like the video as I enter the chat. That is the key thing. As I enter, like the video. And if you haven't subscribed already, just do that. And remember that by March, we're going to reach 1,000 subscribers. So we're going to do this step by step. Kim has started the process. So I want all you guys in the comment section to do that as well. Now, what better way to start it than should I? I'm not going to start there. I'm going to start with the game that took place earlier on today that we saw Brighton, who are the draw specialists of the Premier League. They took on Crystal Palace, who were missing quite a few players, but Brighton dominated that first half, got a penalty, pushed it. Crystal Palace came into their own, and boy, that guy, Conor Gallagher, just keep on getting better and better and better for Crystal Palace. But as proven over this season, just don't count out Brighton later. And here they were, even though it wasn't one of their players who actually scored the goal, but they actually got an equalizer and it ended the 1-1. Now, Dime, look at this team, and Kems has always been critical of Graham Potter because he said that Graham Potter is kind of limited sometimes, and sometimes you have to give coaches the blame because they keep on doing things and you see that it's not working. And yes, it's good to pick up a point here and there, but you need the doubles. You can't start off that good and then keep on drop back down just because you're dropping points against some bug teams, some teams that you should actually beat. Now, in terms of Brighton, what do you have to say about them? Because I remember we waxed lyrically about them last season, so what do you have to say about them?
Yeah, well, I don't know if you can bring up the Premier League table, and Happy New Year to everybody and Michelle as well. Thanks for that. So I don't know what you guys were expecting from Brighton. I think Brighton are 8th in the league at the moment, and I don't think that's a bad position for Brighton to be in. I think Brighton are also one of the better playing football teams in the league under Graham Potter. So I don't know what people will be complaining about. I think they're doing extremely well. They have probably 4 losses, I think, and only a couple top teams alone in the league have less losses than Brighton. So I think, yeah, 28 points, and they're right up there. I don't know what the issue is in terms of Brighton, and for me, the style of play is one of the best. Sure, they draw a lot of games, but even the game today, they were completely dominant, and Crystal Palace scored against the run of play. But I think Brighton are doing fine. I think they're probably even overachieving. I don't know if you expect them to come in at the top 4 or the top 6 with all of those big hitters ahead of them. But I think Brighton are doing fine. So I don't have a problem with Graham Potter. I actually think he can transition to a bigger club. I think he's an excellent coach.
Okay, Kim, so what say you? Because I know that you have always been critical of him. What you thought about their performance today, and what do you think of him overall?
All right, so let me respond to Dima. I never really want to start off the new year like this, going back and forth with Dima and blah blah blah. Right, but check me out, right? Not every, how should I put it? Not every progress is created equal, right? So let us look in past history. You see, when Leicester City won the league, I can bet you any money if Leicester City was drawing some games, then would have been like, well, Leicester is not really a good side. Leicester not supposed to be up there. So as a result of that, we're not supposed to be pressuring Leicester. My thing with Graham Potter is that not that they're losing games, or not that they're drawing games that they probably should lose, or whatever the case may be. I would say probably 45-50% of the games this guy is supposed to win, they're drawing. They dominate the game, 65% possession, 35, 15 shots, and Marpe with film share and misses and stuff. So I am saying, as a coach, I just believe that I believe he can do more. Like Brian is in 8 right now. Those games, I'm not talking about no when they play against all side like all Burnley and Brentford, and them drop points to them like a joke side. I am saying that they are 8th place right now. I believe they could have been in the top 6, in the top 5 right now, if they had capitalized on those chances. So I'm not looking at Brighton is supposed to be here, or Brighton is overachieving. I am looking at the game. While I'm looking at the stats, I'm also doing the eye test. Right, I'm doing the eye test, and I'm saying, well, Brighton is playing much better than 8, but due to the fact that they can't close out games, due to the fact that they can't get the right result, is a reason why they're 8. So Dima can say, oh, well, he's satisfied with it. But I'm sure, and even we saw the fans were booing, right? The fans were booing them, boo, boo, boo. Not because that they are expecting them to finish in the top 4, but they have watched the games and they're seeing that, they should be doing, way better than they're doing based on the chances that they're being creating and based on how they're playing.
No, I'm
The
sorry.
game.
I'm sorry. What you want the
Uh-huh.
coach to do about that? Because we're talking about Graham Potter as a manager. The man who have
Okay.
them 8 position, have them playing
Okay.
very attractive football, one of the best in the
Okay.
league. And
Okay.
what is he supposed to do about Welbeck missing chances?
Well, that why you
Martin
calling
missing
Welbeck
chances.
name? Well, team selection. I'm looking at
Team
team
selection.
Hold on. What you mean? Who select the team?
That
I'm
has
not
them
sure.
playing great football.
Well, they're playing great football, but then constantly I'm seeing Marpe up top, game after game, missing 4, 5, 6 chances. At the end of the day, I have to put it on the coach, because if I'm seeing it, I'm sure the coach is seeing it as well. And then, so that is just what I put on the coach. Style of play, all of that you can say. But I'm saying in terms of man for man, team selection, you have to put somebody there, who can get the job done. And, Levon, before, when you were on vacation and so, I think it was Levon and the other hombre, I don't remember what name. They were saying that they tried in the transfer market, but it just never worked out, or whatever the case may be. Okay, the
Yeah, man,
game
you're
today is
you're, you're
another.
talking about Arsenal.
Yeah, Ron.
Continue.
Yeah, it slipped me. Yeah, but no, let's just talk about the game today. Another case. I know you can tell me, because I don't watch Brighton PP clock like that. Because Aston Villa is my team, so I don't watch Brighton like that. But this player Gross, or however you want to pronounce his name, is he the regular penalty taker for Brighton? Like, is he the guy?
Once he plays, he takes
He
it.
takes them.
And what's the conversion rate for him?
Quite good.
Does he normally scores him? No, okay. No, because I was just looking and I'm saying, why them never give a guy like a Trossard for take it, or a guy like a Lallana. I was just looking again. I don't watch Brighton PP clock like that. I was just trying to see. But perfect example of game today, as Levon alluded to. The first half, they completely bossed the first half. They really got nothing out of it. They got a penalty, never took it. And then, the second half, Crystal Palace started working their way into the game, took the lead. And I would say, if I was supposed to be a betting man in that second half, I think Crystal Palace, should have won the game. And then Brighton had to go into survival mode. Okay, we were bossing the game and then we moved to survival. Okay, let us try and get a point from this game. So that is just the up and down for Brighton that I don't like. For Graham Potter, you guys give him a lot of ratings, and I'm just saying, for the ratings that he get, I just want to see you guys finish off the game. That's it.
Again, I want my Facebook followers to please come over on YouTube, man. That's like what 8 or 9 of you guys on Facebook currently watching. Jump over to YouTube, man. Just give us the views over YouTube, please. But here's Jason saying that Brighton football would have made my girl left me. Beer foreplay and no real penetration.
Facts.
Before I get to Sherwin, just want to big up everybody in the comment section. I say Rodan, who is on Facebook. I say Dale Francis is on YouTube. Jermaine Watson. I say Latoya. I say Michelle. I say Wilpo was saying that risen from the dead like Jones. I say Shem Jack. I say Pepe Paul, big up yourself, bro. I say Adrian Nicholson. I say Richie Green. Richie Green is here taking some jobs at Sherwin as per usual. I say Owen Adlam, big up yourself, bro. Sure, have anything to add about Brighton? Because I knew you were vocal about that game.
Oh yeah. I think I don't think the criticisms that Graham Potter is getting is quite necessary. I actually think I'm not going to say a very good coach. I'm going to say a decent rising coach, right? He is on the way up. And he has changed the complexity of the Brighton team, the way they play, the way they set up. They look more attractive, and the position that they are in now is a testament for that, right? So too Crystal Palace with captain for life, Patrick Vieira, right? He has changed the entire complexity of the team, the way they play, the way they try to boss the ball, the way they want the ball, the aggression, everything. So today's game for me was at the initial stage it was going to be okay, who can do it better? That was it for me today. But
Sherwin, sorry to interject 1 second. I just want to ask you a question, right? Because all right, who was the coach for Brighton prior to Graham Potter? Who was the coach?
I may not remember.
Remember, sir, right? It was what Chris Hutton.
Yeah, the black guy, Chris Hutton.
All right.
Him bring them up, right?
Okay. So when you hire a coach, when any team hire a coach, what is the job description of this coach? Is the job description? Because for me, I am not a person who praises a coach for doing their job. Like if a striker scores 20 goals, that's your job to score 20 goals. As a coach, we are bringing in a coach in order to do a job, elevate the football club, bring the football club to higher heights. Obviously, I'm not inside of Brighton, so I don't know.
So, Kenz, I'm going to interject your interjection.
Yo, don't ask me nothing about all of them. I don't want to hear nothing about all of them.
No. I'm not, brother. My mind wasn't even there. So you're saying that you're not big enough a striker that scores 20 goals, right? So are you implying that you don't rate any player? Because if somebody cares, you're not supposed to rate any players only because they're actually doing their jobs.
All right. No, so what I'm saying is, right? Let me clarify what I'm saying. Bones right here is saying, I don't think he should get any criticism. I think it's unnecessary because he has uplifted the club and yada. So I'm saying at the end of the day, that is his job description. If he had came in and the club was as stagnant as it was before, then he would have get kicked out through the door. So I'm saying his job is to uplift the club. And obviously, as Dimo alluded to, from ball one, before a ball even kicked, Dimo came on and he said, hey, Brighton play attractive football. You want to watch Brighton, blah, blah, blah. So all I'm saying is that the coach, this is the coach job. This is what the coach is supposed to do. So as a result of that now, me as a person now, looking at and Levon and Dimo come and big up this coach. So I am expecting some spectacular things to be happening. So when I see the little foolishness, the little draw against a Burnley, the little draw against a Brentford, the little struggle against a
No, no,
Norwich,
no,
and then
no. Get over your head with this thing. No, get over your head with this
Yo, the
thing. No,
man now make no
listen.
sense.
Listen, we are talking about Brighton. That if they finish if they finish 10th, it's an achievement for them. If they finish 8th, it's overachievement for them. That's the team we
oh,
are talking about.
no, but
We're not
no,
talking about if a manager like Mikel Arteta that came in and him knows him either have to win a trophy or get in a top four or get Arsenal back in a Europe or he out. Right? You're talking about a club that if they get into the conference league, it's overachievement for them.
no,
That club,
but how do you know,
listen,
Sherry?
listen,
How do
listen.
you know that though?
That club, Brighton, that club, their biggest achievement every year is staying up in the Premier League. If they can get the odd League Cup here and there every 5 years, if they can get the FA
Right, so
Cup every 10 years,
Shirley,
it, eh,
I was along with you right up until you mentioned about just staying in the league. Brighton right now is not just about staying in the league.
Brother, all
You
right.
see, based on the
No,
statistics that are
they're
built
not
up.
about that. They're not about only staying in the
Mm.
league. But when you look at the team, when you look at the club, they cannot compete with what is in front of them now. So how can we criticize the coach for doing a good job, for keeping them in the position that
All right,
they're in?
so
They're in
Sharon,
a position,
I think this comment by Stefano is probably substantiate what you're saying. So you're saying that Potter is a very brave manager. Man could have easily played like Burnley or old Crystal Palace just to survive.
All right.
Let me
That's
just let
that
me just let
that's
me just say something here,
that's
please.
fair.
Because every time I come on the show, I can't believe if this is how Kim sound when I was on holidays and vacation. I am sorry to everybody in the comment sections because he's actually not making any sense. In everything you do in life, there is
Mhm.
context.
Okay.
Context to everything. And obviously, Brighton are not a top six team. Brighton under Chris Hughton was nothing like this. And if you remember that, they
Facts.
actually used to play like Burnley them. Yeah? Now this man
Yes.
came in, he changed their style of play, he changed their philosophy, and the man is literally Pep Guardiola Jr. in terms of style of play. Very
Yeah.
attractive stuff. Now this season, he has punched way above his weight, and right now they're 8th. If
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
accept that there's a top 6, maybe a top 7 in the league right
hmm
now, and
hmm
Brighton are just under that, what are you
Yeah.
telling people to expect from Brighton?
Okay, let,
All
let,
right.
let me ask Kems this. Kems, let me ask you this. Since as you interjected into my analysis of the game today, let me ask you this question.
Yes, sir.
Um, certain team not doing as well as you want them to do. So you hop on another bandwagon and attack about that team. First question: how much money did Brighton spend this year compared to the team that you now claim you're supporting? And what position are those teams in? Those are the questions I'm going to ask you right now.
Well, if you're talking about Aston Villa, right? Because I don't know which other team you could be referencing. So if you're talking about Aston Villa, right? Aston Villa just actually get a good coach. They had a joke coach before, Dean Smith, and you saw what he's doing with Norwich right now. So that only solidify my point that this guy is not a coach. However, when I keep on allude to say he's under top 8 and what I'm saying, I made the I, I made the comparison and I talk about Leicester again. When Leicester win the league, if I came here and say, hey, Leicester need for the better, you would come and tell me the same exact thing. Say, hey, Leicester punch above them way. Leicester do this, Leicester do that. All I'm saying there, and Demo talk about context. If you ever talk about context, Demo, at the same context I am talking about, the games that he's supposed to win, the game against Burnley, the game against Brentford, the games against Norwich. That's all I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the place where they are, but I'm saying there are legit games that they're supposed to win. There are legit
All
games
right.
that they have outplayed their opponent, and
So, so, so,
they just
so that
didn't
no,
do it.
with that point now, that I would agree with Kemso because that is where I criticize them now because there are a lot of times that I see them play against teams where they totally outplay the teams, and then when you look at the final result, you see a big old D.
Boss, that happened to everybody. That
No, but
happened to every team who
Dima,
outplayed
look
like
at the thing, Dima.
him.
Look at what
It
we're getting at. It's the frequency of how it happens against these teams. That is the problem, It's not as if it
hey,
happens out once or twice. It's the frequency of how it happens.
Levon, they were on. I don't remember exactly. I think they were on a 8-game stretch where 6 games they draw, then 2 games they lose. And again, out of those 6 games that they draw,
But
at
hold
least
on,
5 of those
was
games
it
were
the other day? Weren't it was like what 12 or 11 games they were and they draw like 10 out of it.
or 8 or something or 9 or
Mhm.
something like that. Something around that. But what Dima go come and do the generalization and say, oh, every team do this, oh, every team do that. All right, then cool, you can say that. But what I'm saying is that when I'm watching the games and I'm seeing Brighton bossing the game, and I say, okay, Brighton is clearly miles ahead better than this team, then you have to go ahead and finish the deal. I can't be content. And again, just like the Brighton fans, them boo, boo, boo. I cannot be content with you drawing a game when a game is supposed to win. Okay, if it's a one-off game, sure. If it's 2 games, sure. If it's 3 games, sure. But when it's go to 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 draws in a row, there comes a time where we have to hold the coach. We have to
Because
hold
all right,
him to
Kems,
ransom.
Kems, but
what else?
Kems, can you hold a coach accountable for doing the job that he's doing now with a team that is not expected to finish in the top 7 or the top 8? Can you hold that coach accountable? You cannot.
Who was that? Who was that expectation, Sherwin? Who was that expectation? You can't
No,
tell me say who was the expectation? You're going to tell me say that is Brian expectation? Who has the expectation? You
I
or Nemo have the
just
expectation.
the Kems, I can't, just as somebody commented a while ago, it sound like you expect Brighton to finish first or
No,
win the
no,
league
No,
or
no,
something.
no.
Sherwin. Remember, you know,
We're not,
we keep on saying context is key right here,
we're
right?
not
So,
even not talking
Mhm.
about
I
placing.
mean, we're up. All right, based on the budget that they have and all of that, good that they're currently in 8th. But it's a
Yeah,
case of they could have been higher
yeah,
based
they
on the
could have. Yeah,
teams that they drop points against. That's the
That's
thing, you know.
all I'm saying.
And the worst part about it is that they outplayed these teams. That is what we keep on alluding to, you know.
yeah, yeah.
Hey,
It's not like a case
Sherwin,
where you know that they're struggling to play against.
exactly.
They
Okay, Sherwin,
outplay
let me
them
show you
on
something
the
real quick.
budget that they are on.
Sherwin, you
All right. So
Sherwin, you
listen,
go
so
throw some.
Timo,
Yeah,
so
Sherwin,
Kems, why
hold
you
on,
don't look at
Sherwin.
it on this sense? Why you can't say, oh, them are do well. All they need is probably a striker to help them next season or a striker to help them in the January season. Why you can't look? Why you have to attack the coach? We have them in the position to play the type of football where them are playing now. Why you can't say, oh, the club need to free up little money, 150 or 160? Listen, we give Brighton $50 million for Ben White the other day. You
Okay.
understand? $50 million.
All right, Sherwin, you argue a total different point about budget, this budget, that, all of that. That's not
Yeah,
what I'm arguing. But not even,
but Kems, but
hold on, a general. But not even argue about placing. If Brighton was third, we would not say the same thing. Them could have the first. If them the sixth, we say them could have the fifth or fourth. All I'm talking
mhm,
about is the individual games that they have played against bottom level teams that they were supposed to beat quite handsomely, quite handily. They didn't do it. That's all I'm saying. So I'm saying that okay,
mhm,
when we look on sports in general, whether it be NFL, basketball, football, whatever the case may be,
mhm.
majority of the time when the team is not doing what they're supposed to be doing, the coach have to take the blame when
Yeah,
they're doing
that is what I was going to say. That sure.
like
Yeah, what you think though?
like I said,
James is basing it of arguments on this particular show in itself because we always come here and say that coach should face the blame when teams are not
Mhm,
playing. But for instance, with United, we always say Ole must get all the blame, right? So
mhm.
if we're going to be unbiased right across up the board, we have to say Graham Potter have to get some blame as well. But
No, him not get no blame for me.
when that team
No.
over Manchester now play good and the players them lazy and worthless and all of that something, all them see
Mhm.
no come and beat him,
but,
beat him. But
No,
we talk about
you
that
know,
no,
some.
no, no. We don't beat
we're going to
Oli. We
move
don't
on
beat
from
Oli.
Brighton.
No, no,
We're
brother,
going to
don't do
move
that.
on from Brighton. So here what? The big game of this match weekend will be between the top
Wow.
two. And I'm talking about none other than Man City, who are runaway at this point in time, coming up against Chelsea. Now, this is one that we have to put into proper perspective.
Mm,
And why I said that, I'm just going to bring it up on the screen. So, on December 1st, 2021, as can seen on the graphic, Chelsea were leading the table on 33 points. They played 14, won 10, draw 3, lost 1. Man City on the other hand played the same 14, same 10 wins, 2 draw, 2 loss on 32 points. Now, fast forward to January 14, 2022, and Man City are 10 points ahead of Chelsea. So, in a factor in that, Man City has played 7 games since then. And you know that during this busy period, this is when teams normally drop points, and they didn't drop any points at all. They won all 7 games. And boy, that just basically wrapped up the league. Now, I'm going to start with Demo again on this one. When I look at it, Demo, Raheem Sterling disgruntled at the beginning of the season because he wasn't getting game time and all of that, just as we saw with Bernardo Silva. And we can agree that Bernardo Silva has easily been top 5 in the league this season.
Yeah.
Now you look at Raheem Sterling, Premier League player of the month for December. Their coach, as expected, got the coach of the month. You look at this team, boy, what's their weakness?
The weakness. Listen, we sat here on Sports Frenzy show probably before the season started, when Manchester City were looking to sign Harry Kane and Jack Grealish, and I said to you guys that if both of those things happen, then we shouldn't have no league. It's a cheat code, and we should just move on. They got one in Jack Grealish, and they still don't have a striker. And leading up to this, we were saying that, listen, City without a striker, that might be their weakness. Well, fast forward, it doesn't look like it's a weakness at all. Manchester City, like I said all the time, don't worry about them losing early games because they can string 15-game winning streak together. They're just that good. There's no weakness. And I think if we were to nitpick and find something, it's them being complacent and beating themselves. That's the only thing we can think about, because Manchester City, they're just a well-oiled machine. Obviously, Pep Guardiola, for me, best coach in the world. We'll argue that already. I don't know, say a clap and blah, blah, blah. But Pep Guardiola have them playing some fantastic football. Obviously, I came on here and said Chelsea are the champions elect. But during that period, they racked up like, 5 games, a lot of draws, and they lost to West Ham, and just a lot of stuff happening with Chelsea with COVID and players getting injured and all of this stuff. I mean, it's happening to all the teams. Yeah, but I mean, Chelsea got it bad, and boy, I don't see Manchester City losing this league anymore. Even though I came out and say Chelsea are the champions elect, it's just so it is. Manchester City are just too dominant. I expect them to win this game. I don't know if we're doing predictions now, or you just want to talk about that, but
Yeah, you can go ahead and predict, man.
yeah, so I think Manchester City will run away with this game. Obviously, Chelsea beat them in the Champions League final because Pep tingled a little bit too much. But I think Manchester City in a league format, you're not really stopping them that easily. So, yeah, I'm going to go 3-1 to Manchester City, especially because Mendy is also not there in goal for Chelsea. Yeah, 3-1 to Manchester City.
All right. Before I get to Sherwin, then I get to Kim's. I expected to see Dale Francis, man, because Dale Francis is a big City fan. So yeah, Dale Francis saying that Blue Moon Rising. Agent Newcastle saying that league gone. Dale Francis again saying that consistency is the only thing that might beat City. Robbie saying that Sterling is Sterling, nothing has changed. Aldan saying that Man City weakness is not having a natural number 9. I don't think it's a weakness. Initially, I thought so, but
It's not showing if it's a
well,
weakness, boy.
well, not really for the league. I was saying that in terms of if they want to win Champions League, they need a number 9 because that's where the flunder all at. But
That's the best weakness to have. If it's a weakness right now.
here's Darnell saying that their weakness is relaxing. They're saying that he expect the game to draw. Here's Kimona Lee, who's another City fan, saying that a Man City is nothing without Diaz and Bernardo. And Michelle decided to be a party pooper and saying that Tuchel have a plan. What's the plan, Michelle?
Every coach have a plan.
But Sherwin, what's your take on this game?
A very exciting encounter. I'm expecting. If Chelsea really want to keep the hope alive, there's only one result that can do that for them, and that's getting 3 points. and I know Tuchel would have probably looked at the Manchester City team versus Arsenal and how Arsenal really pressed them really high up the pitch, try to win as much ball as possible, close down the spaces and all of that. And he will probably be thinking to himself that he probably have to approach the game in that sense as well, knowing that he has better quality than Arsenal to do better damage up front in terms of whatever they create from pressing really high. But then that brings another problem for Chelsea, because if Manchester City breaks that press, then they're in a lot of trouble. And we know the quality that Manchester City possess. Nobody, it's undisputed, and it's really down to, if Manchester City really wins this game tomorrow, might as well start carving the MAN and the title from now. Because there's no hope of catching them after that. But it's Chelsea cannot be fearful. They cannot park any bus. They have to go there and try to play their football. It doesn't make any sense to go there and be fearful of the Manchester City team when in essence what you're trying to do is really catch up on them. But it's going to be a ding dong battle tomorrow morning, and it's going to be fun who come out on top. But funnily, I'm feeling a 2-2 draw. I'm really feeling a 2-2 draw tomorrow morning.
Not a bad prediction. Here's Adlam saying that Chelsea will park the bus, and I'm hoping for a draw to give Liverpool and Chelsea some hope. I'm going to bring up back this graphic on the screen just for Kems, because I remember we had a discussion about goals scored and whatever not. So, Kems, look at this keenly. December 1st, right?
Yes,
December
sir.
1st, Chelsea, Man City's goal difference was 20 plus 21
Yep.
in 14 games.
Yep.
Now, fast forward, look at it on January 14. They played 7 games since then, and that has increased to plus 40. So in 7 games, they have scored 19 goals. That is basically not 19 goals. They have increased it to 19. So that's basically almost the same that they had in 14 games.
Yep.
So just look at that team, but boy, this team
Yep.
is just impressive, man.
I remember we were having the conversation, and persons who shall remain nameless came on here and was saying, "Oh, Man City can't score more, and them run out of shots, and run out of bullets, and run out of this, and run out of that." And I said, "Hey, those things happen in games, and Manchester City will be all right." And then fast forward now, they are okay. As it relates to this game, the best right back, who they say is the best right back out there, won't be playing. Reece James, they say he won't be playing. Christiansen won't be playing. Foden won't be playing for City. Mahrez won't be playing. Zinchenko won't be playing. So you can make of that. You can make of that what you will for these teams. All right. I can't tell when was the last time Manchester City play a game, so that will be my reservation about it. Chelsea has been playing. Chelsea has been playing, and I think I'd say probably the first 20 minutes will really determine the outcome of this game for me. If Chelsea can, let's say, get a goal in the first 20 minutes, put some pressure on City while City, try to find their feet in the game and so, then, Chelsea can probably get a result. But, again,
All right, so Kems, Man City's last game was against Arsenal on the 1st of this month.
1st of January?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's our 13 days ago.
Call it 2 weeks.
No, man,
Only
they play
2
after
weeks.
that. They play after that. They play FA Cup after
Oh,
that.
yeah, in the cup against that bug team and that Cole Palmer scored against.
Well, no serious person are playing at a game there. I'll be a little you see.
No, they did play some serious players, man.
No, he plays some
Really?
serious persons in the game there. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I see. All right.
Give me a second, let me bring it up. But continue.
Yeah. So, but Chelsea has been playing, and I would say much better competition. I think they played Tottenham. So, and I think obviously Chelsea know what's on the line for this game. Chelsea don't say, hey, if we lose this game, it's probably over. If we draw this game, it's 95% over. So I think Chelsea want these 3 points, and I think Liverpool, even the Liverpool fan in the top right-hand corner, is secretly hoping, crossing his fingers and his toes, that Chelsea can get a 3 points from this game for his beloved Liverpool. and his chatty mouth self about Champions Elect.
All right, so,
You know,
I found it. It was January the
yeah.
7th that they last played. So
So
here's the
like a
line.
week ago.
Hold on a second, man.
So
Wrong
like a
thing.
week ago.
They actually played a very strong side in that game. So give me a second. Let me share it.
I think
A week
Jesus
ago.
and all of them man they start.
All those guys played.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think
here it is.
Bernardo Silva played too.
Yep, there it is. It's a strong side that they played. They played
Yeah.
Jesus, Bernardo Silva, Gundogan,
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Rodri, De Bruyne, Cancelo, Diaz, Walker. That's a
oh,
strong
Mm-hmm.
side.
yeah, man, a strong side, that man.
It
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
was a strong
Mm-hmm.
so
Swindon.
yeah, so as I said, the first 20 minutes will really determine the outcome of the game for me. If after the first 20 minutes it is 0-0 or 1-0 to City, then I'll go with my original prediction of 4-0 for this game. Obviously if Chelsea is up 1-0, then I'll go a little 2-1. But I think Manchester City will win this game. Obviously Manchester City won't play a great. They won't play great all season, but I think when they need to be at their best, I think they will be at their best. And I've watched some Pep coaching in the locker room, some halftime team talk, some before the game team talk. Very inspirational man, very motivational man. And I think he'll get the boys up for this game. Chelsea play against Tottenham. What is Diva's face? Yeah,
I'm just
but
glad that argument is done. It was ridiculous.
but yeah, I think City should win this game. I've said it from day one before a ball was even kicked. I said there's no in hell that Chelsea is on the same level as a Manchester City or even a Liverpool. I think Manchester City is miles out. I think Liverpool, when at full strength, is miles out, and then Chelsea is in that space with the Manchester Uniteds of the world, the Arsenals of the world, and those things. They're battling it out down there. So I think that quality will show itself, and I think early morning game, I think that Man City will prevail and win this game.
I'm going to agree with Sherwin on this one. I'm not going to say it's going to be 2-all, but for some reason
Yeah,
I
I feel that
feel it's
draw.
going to be a draw.
Yeah.
And,
Me I
and
feel that draw too.
it's paying good to because I see what the draw paying $3.85, Chelsea to win paying $5. Whopping
People,
That's not
$5.
bad.
people don't give on the monies early in the year. A lot
But
of
that's
things
not bad.
happening.
Facts.
Don't give on the money upon this game because
City win, sure
it's
City win.
not draw.
So $1,000 gear what returns pan Chelsea about 5 grand or something like that.
Yes, sir.
That not bad.
Yeah,
But,
but you
but, but
lose those. They
we're
give
not
it
going to.
$1,000.
We're not, if you're smart, you can win off it. Just bet on all three options. Simple. But
Yeah,
you have
yeah,
to do it smart though. But
yeah.
next up, we're going to see Norwich, who are basically relegated. We said that from way, way, way out. Playing against Everton, who are
We said that.
well.
Yeah, correct yourself, please.
Okay, okay.
We over on this side, since as I'm sitting like this, over on this side, said it. A particular guy down in the what? You guys might be seeing him in your right hand corner, I believe. He said that Norwich is going to stay up after they change coach and what have you and that
All right,
his
all right.
perspective. Hold
I know
on,
him
man.
a kill the
Hold
coach.
on. I'll soon get to
Oh,
you. I'll
in
soon
my no, on the cannot beat me. I didn't know me I take beat just like that. In my defense, right? In my defense, I thought that Norwich couldn't hire somebody as crazy as Dean Smith, someone who had a much better, much more talented side than Norwich and was absolutely struggling. So I think why would they hire somebody like this? Anyway, um, I did say, Levon, also remember I did say at mid-season time, you need to give us an opportunity now to change our picks around because now we have seen how teams are playing. Remember,
That's
first
true. That's true. That's true.
first we got blindly. We just go on and just attack stuff. No, let us get into it and say, So,
All right. So
but not.
here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just go through the rest of prediction, and then at the back end of the show, I just go back to the prediction
All
in
right.
terms of the prediction of who's going to get relegated and winner. But you look
Yes.
at Everton, they have made 3 signings and they have sold one player. They have signed Vitaly Mykolenko, that's a left back from down in Ukraine from Shakhtar. They've also signed Nathan Patterson, one of Gerard's student. Gerard is the one who gave him his some game time at Rangers. They signed him. He's a right back because they need an upgrade on Seamus Coleman. Seamus Coleman is an old man and needs to go now. Not good enough anymore. And they also signed Anwar El Ghazi from Aston Villa. People are saying that it was a waste of signing and they just signed players like these to appease the fans that yes, we're making signings. But you look at this team, Sherwin, you look at Everton, and boy, what has just gone wrong for them? I mean, Demo is happy still now because Demo called him Neverton, and in quotation, Rafa
Rafa,
Benitez is doing the Lord's work.
exactly.
No, but he would have started feel bad for Rafa too, right?
No, man, now the
No.
emotions
What?
was Rafa.
Really?
You crazy.
Wow.
Listen, in all seriousness, boss,
Yeah.
the big miss of Calvert-Lewin is obvious. Like, it's a gaping hole. He was massive for them last season, and he's their goal scorer. Like, if you take that man out of the team, you're gonna miss a lot of goals, and that really affect them. So, Maggie Rafa apply with that. But honestly, Everton are not playing well. I don't think Norwich right now are playing well either. I think Southampton slapped them like Southampton 4-1 or something like
No,
4
no.
Who beat them?
Oh, Norwich?
Somebody beat Norwich the other day. Because I was watching the game. So anyway, Norwich they lost the game the other day. Whoever it was.
West Ham beat them 2-0.
Yeah, West Ham. And Southampton beat somebody today.
Yeah, man, it was Brentford that they beat.
Oh, Brentford. That's
Arsenal beat them 5-0.
That's the team. So I don't think both teams are playing well, even though Everton won against Hull in the cup the other day. I don't think both teams are playing well. But I think Everton have enough to beat Norwich. I think they'll win the game pretty comfortably. I think Gordon is playing extremely well for a young youth. I really rate him. So I'm going to go 3-0 to Everton.
Thanks for the correction, Mr. So it actually was Dynamo Kiev, not Shakhtar. I know I have Shakhtar in it, man, because David Neres has signed for them. But Sharon, what is the prediction for this one?
Well, that one is hard because me watch the Everton team, man. It really shocking, like, you know, how them play and everything are going with them over there. But yeah, I think with the quality versus quality, you probably, I think Everton should come out with this. I'm not really thinking 3-0. I'm actually thinking probably 1-0 to Everton, to be honest.
And here's another truth.
Why? Stop put up them stupid comments, that makes sense.
Wait, hold on the Demo. Let me help you out.
We don't
Demo. Who this are? Jeff? Jeff Entertainment. Who? Robbie Rich, right? Listen, bro, me watch Jones, and I have been a big critic of Jones. Me watch Jones come on versus Arsenal this week, and the guy is actually in ball game up to our next level right now. Me nah lie. You ball game up to our next level right now.
Let me not have these stupid arguments. Like, just
right.
You don't know where the man bring up that for. Kems, give a prediction about this.
But Kems, you're a betting man. Everton right now, boss, is getting $2.05 to beat a crappy Norwich team. Although Everton is crappy. But boy, I see this one going.
I wouldn't put my money on Everton. As bad as Norwich is, then I just like I can't take up my money and say. But when I bring up that comment from that Daniel guy, tell him that since Aston Villa is already ahead of Newcastle, if Daniel Edwards, right? Or Darnell Edwards. You know him, Levon? You know him?
On Facebook, yeah.
Alright, so Darnell, Newcastle finish above Aston Villa, I'll give you $1,000. If Aston Villa finish ahead of Newcastle, then you owe me $500. Since Aston Villa is already up there, I'm making the bet sweeter for you. So just let Levon know, and I'll let Levon keep the money, and then we can do the transaction. Because I'm gonna owe Levon some money as well. So hey, if you want to do the bet, Mr. Edwards, let us know. $1,000. if Newcastle finish ahead of Aston Villa. Because Newcastle not even have finished ahead of Southampton. The way things are going right
The
now.
man squeal already, bro.
But poor Tomo Bars is alone me I gotta take out. Anyway, for this game, hey, we have to be careful on Norwich at home, especially against them like a crab toe team. Right? Be careful of them at home. I think Norwich can make this game very boring, very frustrating. Not even try do anything crazy. And probably Pookie, in the 89, 90th minute can get a little header, get a little lucky and win this game 1-0. But for me, I'm going to pick this as a draw. Remember, I wasn't sold on Rafa when we first spoke, I say, hey, where did Ancelotti finish last season? I don't know if you remember the convo, and I say, hey, Rafa now go finish. Now we're close to this. So he'll finish below, and I say, oh no, Rafa still can coach. I mean, I say, well, Everton team
Who said it?
need. I don't remember who it was exactly.
Because
This was like the first episode.
don't let me draw for the belt, because you said something, and I'm sure that Demo remember.
What I said about Rafa is that when we were talking, when I think someone was saying that him can't leave Liverpool and go coach Everton, and I said all he need to do is start winning, because winning cures a lot of stuff, and he was winning, and when him win the finals, them leave him, but as soon as him start lose, Rafa out, and I think this game, if he doesn't get 3 points in this game, he probably gets fired after this game. This game is crucial for him, because the Leicester game midweek got postponed. I think he was lucky for that one as well, because he would have lost that one day and then come against Norwich and lose that, he would have definitely be out the door. But I think it's going to be a draw game. I think it will probably be.
Quick question to you though.
Yes.
Do you think that your boy Ole would do a better job at Everton than Rafa? Because I've seen him being linked to them, and I mean, in an environment, and the environment just need a change, like a different personnel in and around that environment. They just need a breath of fresh air. So, do you think that your boy Ole could provide that spark for them?
I think it depends on. All right, I think he could do a better job in certain instances, but I don't think he's as cutthroat as Rafa.
Okay.
Rafa cutthroat bad. But and Rafa also makes some stupid decisions, because I don't know for the life of me how Randon even managed to play 90 minutes. I don't know, but I guess that's his boy. But I think Ole could, as same thing he did with Manchester United, go in, kind of light the mood, the temperature up here, take down the temperature a little bit, let everybody get on, even wavelength, and make people start enjoying football again. Because right now in Everton, it don't look like the players are enjoying football. They're just doing a job, but it don't seem like they're having fun with it. And Rafa don't seem like he's even having fun coaching as well. So I think there'll be a 1-1 draw.
Okay. Next up, we'll see Wolves taking on Southampton. Wolves was done quite decent this season. I've hardly conceded. They look at Southampton, who, for some weird reason, this Kems fella thought they were going to get relegated. Some weird reason. But Southampton are doing decent, and guess what? Is going good for them as well. They have new ownership. They were taken over by a Serbian businessman earlier this month, I believe it was. So they're looking upwards now, and I think they want to purchase Armando Broja permanently, because he has been very good for them, and since he has come over, I mean, I like what I saw from Adam Armstrong down in the championship, but trust me, Adam Armstrong can't cut it over this guy in the Premier League at all. And then you have this guy, Ibrahim Diallo. I liked him from him, he was in French league, and he has finally started getting game time. And I don't see why coaches in general, likes this Romeo guy, because he has always been trash to me. I mean, Dima like him because he's Spanish, but I can't see why people rate him. But when I look at Wolves, though, Wolves have done decent even on a limited budget. I mean, they spent on teenagers, but all in all, they have done well, and they're in a good position in the table, and they also have some gaming. And no, Sherwin, I'm going to start with you on this one.
Mhm.
Wolves hardly concede, but Wolves face the same issue as Brighton. They don't have a player to put the ball in the back of the net. Last
Mhm.
season they did when Raul Jimenez was up, fit, and doing his thing, but this season, that because of the injury and all that, he's not Jimenez anymore. He's probably
Mhm.
Jimenez now. We're not going to produce it, correct? So he hasn't been playing well. So they don't have anybody to put the ball in the back of the net. So with that in mind, Southampton doing well. Do you think that this game might peter out in a draw, or you think that Wolves has enough?
No, I think with the confidence that Wolves have and the confidence that the coach is giving the players, compared to last season, their position compared to last season is much better. Um, and they're not only Wolves is not only there to just compete and stay up this season. They're actually in with a chance to at least get a conference league spot this season, right? So I wouldn't bet against them coming up good against Southampton tomorrow. I think that actually I'm actually going with Wolves to win the game tomorrow. Seeing that they're playing at home, they have confidence, they are doing well, and 3 points for them tomorrow takes them leveled with Manchester United, which is an achieve which is achievable for them. So you know, if they could do me a favor and win 4-0, that would be better, even better. Just jump one place above Manchester United. But oh well. Yeah, with the confidence they have, Levan, yeah, Southampton is doing well, but I think Wolves just have a little bit more edge. They're at home. They will have their supporters behind them, and it's not like a team that's struggling. You get what I mean? It's not a struggling team. It's a team that is doing well, and I think they'll come out victorious. But I think it's going to be probably 2-1. I'm going for 2-1 for Wolves tomorrow.
All right, Demo, where's this one going?
Yeah, somebody just said what I was about to say. I don't see Wolves conceded more than a goal at home. Even though, like I mentioned, the Southampton game was just passed the other day, they were on fire. They were playing really well, and Ward-Prowse was, magnificent on the corners and the free kick, and seemed to find back in form. Romeo, who rate, he was excellent in midfield as well for them. So listen, Wolves are also good, and with Podence back, he has added attacking impetus since he's come back, so he looks good. So I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw for this game.
Okay. Kims, the same thing that Demo just mentioned, and you are one of the main person that sung a far way out on the show. You said that Wolves the team that is once you're home, they're one of the stingiest team I can find in this league, and here they come up against Southampton. How do you see this one going this time around?
First of all, Robbie Rich just coming for
No,
comment.
no, no, no. Hold on, man. Leave that, man. I'm clearing this game just to
Oh,
attack the
okay.
comment.
All right. So, Wolves, right? So Wolves can see the second most goal the second least. I guess I'm going to go with say 14, because City concede 13, they concede 14, right? So obviously this side is very stingy. Southampton on the other hand, they concede 30 so far. So Southampton would concede goals. How I believe Southampton can score on Wolves is if Ward-Prowse, as Demon alluded to. When once that man get a free kick in and around 8, boy, just put 1-0, because and as Demo says, corners, his corners is finding a head inside the box. Even his free kick that are not like direct free kick, but what he's putting into the box, they are finding a head. So I think they could probably find a goal to that particular place. But Wolves have been playing well. They just got a nice victory against Levon's Manchester United team. So I mean, confidence is booming. Remember, the coach come out and basically highlight how he beat up Manchester United and what he did and how he did it. So hey, I think there's confidence. There's confidence in that room. And welcoming Southampton home. I think Wolves will believe that they can get it done, because Southampton is not the team that will keep a clean sheet. They'll be leaking goals. They'll give up opportunities. Even though Wolves have only scored 14 goals, we could also agree that those 14 goals have come in handy in the league. So I have Wolves winning this one. I have Wolves winning this one 2-0.
All right. Before I get to Robert's comment, producer, since as we're co-owner of Sports Frenzy, right? Can we both agree that Kim's loan to Aston Villa will be made permanent at come the end of the season? No coming back to Manchester United. We don't want him back at all. But yes, Robert said that Norwich wouldn't get promoted to La Liga if they were a Spanish team. All right, so Robbie, you always go on with this stupid argument about Spanish La Liga and whatever, nothing. But I just like to emphasize on certain things, you know. Look at a team like Rayo Vallecano, right? When I see man like Bebe who came to Manchester United and flopped leading that team, I'm like, when I look and I see man like Radamel Falco came to Premier League and flopped leading that team, I scratch my head again. When I look at man like, should I go on Steven Nzanzi who was garbage in EPL and that man go over Spanish League or boss it? Come on, don't do it, Robbie.
Man,
Don't do
why
it.
not always bring up the man comment? Like it ridiculous to me why not bring up the man comments to the brother. Honestly, man.
Come on, man. You can't always bring up every comment that makes sense. You have to bring up some that makes no sense as
Yeah,
well.
but balance
You
out
have
the
to create a
thing, man.
balance. But next up, I'm glad that Demo is chiming because this is where I'm going next. What the hell is wrong with Newcastle? 25 million pounds on Chris Wood. So you're telling me that you score all the leagues around Europe and your best solution was coming back for a 30-year-old for 25 million pounds. How does that make any good business sense?
Listen, Chris Wood is going to bang a lot of goals for Newcastle.
I agree.
You heard it here first on Sports
I
Radio.
agree.
I
I
agree
I
too.
think it was a very shrewd buy, especially with Saint Maximum whipping those balls from the wing inside. I think it was a shrewd buy. If listen, Callum Wilson is a decent striker in the league. He knows to score goals. Chris Wood playing a system for a long time. You know, two strikers flicking on to Ashley Wood flick on to him, blah blah blah. But he bangs goals, bro. If he could get so many goals in a Burnley system with John Joe Shelby behind him and Maximum and all of these guys, I think he's
Mhm.
going to get goals, bro.
Yes,
So
especially
But,
Trippier crossing
and
some
then
balls.
Trippier
yeah,
get hurt. I don't know if my come back. But I think it's a shrewd buy. I mean, obviously, him not worth 25 mil, but I think it's a
yeah.
shrewd buy for
But
Newcastle.
what better?
I heard they wanted Origi. I think they were looking at him and stuff, but I think Origi injured right now. He would have banged goals for them too. So
Mhm.
I think it's a shrewd buy. I wouldn't say
And
it's
what
the
better?
worst buy ever.
And
No, no,
what
no, no, no,
better?
no, no.
What?
I'm not saying it is the worst buy now. But what I'm trying to imply is that you look at, for instance, a team like Bayer Leverkusen, right? They're known to develop talents. There's this guy at their team right now. I want to say I'm not necessarily implying that Newcastle should have gone for this guy now, but you look at them and you see a guy like Nadim Amiri. He has been good for them. I think he got goal of the season, I believe, for Bundesliga last year. I stand corrected, but I believe he did. And I see players like those going to teams like Genoa who are way down at the foot of the table over
Yeah,
there in Italy. So what I'm implying is that they could have gotten
no,
better players for that sort of fee.
but live on. The man them why I say the thing shrewd. The man them want somebody who proven who do have to come in and second in the
Exactly.
league and all
Mhm.
of these things.
Exactly.
The man know how to score goals,
Exactly.
you know. They want to
And,
get points now.
and not only
Exactly.
that, what better? You have the money now. What better way? You're in the position where you're in. You have money now. What better way to weaken one of your rivals to stay up than take with them striker?
Yes, Adlam
Exactly.
saying it. Adlam saying that goodbye because them are going to battle Burnley, taking Burnley top strikers that win for Newcastle.
Well,
Yeah, yeah.
well,
Somebody just say it too. Yeah, yeah.
well. To be honest, I don't really think they're caught. If you really take things into proper context, I don't think they're quote unquote battling Burnley, because isn't it Burnley, Newcastle, Norwich right now in the relegation zone? So, but
No, but Burnley has
um,
some game in hand. Burnley
Not much,
only
not much anymore.
okay. So this is the thing. This
Burnley
is the
plays
thing with that.
17 games.
This is the thing with that, right? And this is why contracts and these things are very important because Burnley didn't want to sell Chris Wood.
Release
Didn't
clause.
want to sell him at all, but that release clause that's in there, and so Levon, this is just like again, monies are very powerful in this world. It's like you want a laptop, and you say, well, boy, tax time I come, I can't wait till tax time to get the laptop. Or shit, we have the money, we can just buy it now. So I think it's a case like that, and as Debo say, it don't make no sense to get somebody from Spanish league, German league that we're gonna come in and have to adjust. Newcastle need points. No. Remember, Newcastle lose to what I see them there, or them lose to the other day, starting a very strong side too. Saint Maximum was in the side.
Yeah,
yeah,
FA Cup
like
loss.
this. Yeah, the face. St. Maximum was in that side. Mabala, John Joe Shelby was in that side. And I mean, they bossed the game, but they just couldn't find the back of the net. So when you look, even Trippier played the game too. So, when you look at that,
Are you talking about
uh,
Cambridge?
yes, that's how it is. That's how it is. So when you look at that level on, you have some $1 million owner, $1 billion owners, Eddie Howe. They're saying, no, man, we can't wait. We can't wait. We have to make as much move as possible. We have the money right now. We want to accumulate as much talent as we can. And, you just go out there, go play. And they really don't really have to do much to get out of relegation zone, because see Watford right there, so? See Watford right there, so? And I think there's another team
No,
there,
but
so
and
with
look at
them.
it.
What?
This is what we term as the 6 pointer, because it's
Yeah.
Newcastle against Watford. So it's a 6 pointer come tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
I think
But
so.
yeah, uh,
Is Chris Wood playing tomorrow?
should
Yes.
of course
Because
he should get up
boy,
for a couple sessions in, so he should play. But
And then
and not only that,
and then look at it, right?
yeah.
If Newcastle win tomorrow, you're going to go level because their goal
show
difference.
we table, Levon, show we table.
Bro, their goal difference stank. When I said stank, I mean literally.
No, I like 45 minus 45 or something there in, no sir.
It's awful, man. They have a minus 23.
Oh, 23, I just that.
It's a minus 45.
They're bad, but not that bad. All right, hold on a
Now they
second.
just concede 42 goals and score
Oh,
Let me zoom it in, so boy.
Norwich must have 45.
So hold on a
Um,
second. Kems, who is this?
but Aston Villa fight for stay up to man.
How is Aston Villa? How is Aston Villa fighting to stay up? All right. How is Aston Villa fighting to stay up?
Yeah, but that's their name, so they look way down the 14th. So me just say,
14th and 22 points, eh?
Yeah.
I heard that Leeds was going to get relegated, and Leeds is on what? 19 points, just 3 behind them.
3 behind them. But if they win tomorrow, then go at 14.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so they'll be level on points with Watford, just that the goal difference is awful, man.
They're not.
No,
Well,
they're
I'll
not
tell you.
level.
I'll tell you from now. Newcastle not beating Watford tomorrow. I'll tell you that right now. They are not beating Watford tomorrow. You can
I know
book
what
it.
for them a play.
No,
Yeah.
Newcastle is playing Watford.
Yeah, they're playing Watford tomorrow.
I what
They're
for them
not.
a play. Oh,
They're not beating Watford tomorrow. Let me just give my prediction quickly, because I don't really have much to say about the game. But I know, hey, the baller with Demon I like, is he playing? The Usain Bolt in a boots.
Sarnell in the day after.
No.
I heard something that some club never want to let him go.
Dennis never go.
Or Dennis never go.
It's them, man. No, man. It's both players. Both players knew Watford never want to let go both of them. And they didn't let go any of them.
So Sar is injured though.
Touch and go.
Okay.
You're fretting already? But let me just give my prediction for this game, right? Because Newcastle are going to be the first team with a $1 billion owner within a championship, because Watford is winning this game tomorrow. And people in the comment section, if you want to bet this game and you lose, show me the ticket, I'm reimbursing you. Watford will win this game 2-1. Claudio Ranieri is on the hot seat and he's feeling the heat. And I'm telling you, it's going to be 2 Watford, 1 Newcastle. Chris Wood, Maximum, whoever you know wants in, is going to be 2-1 Watford.
hey, appear feelings in that prediction there.
Exactly.
I'm sure we won't say you.
Eh?
What's your prediction?
For this game tomorrow, actually I go with a 1-1 draw tomorrow for this one.
All
Yeah,
right, Demo.
straight up.
Yeah, I'm going for a high scoring game tomorrow. I think it's going to be 3-2 Newcastle.
Wow.
I think Chris Wood will score on.
Oh, see, somebody
Hey,
say it
you
too.
wanna bring up the man? Come anyway.
Very say it.
I think Chris Wood will score on debut. I don't know if Trippier will be back because I knew he got injured in the game that they were playing. I don't know how serious it is, but I expect that Newcastle will win this game. Chris Wood will be a big part in that game. 3-2.
Yeah.
it was just bizarre, man. You know that the exact time that you said 3-2 is the exact time the comment came up.
Yeah.
That they were
They need to buy that ticket. And the only reason why I'm giving Watford 2 goals is because Dennis is on hot form and we can't really write him off right now.
Dennis the Menace
Yeah.
and you can't rule out that Jean Pressure dude as well, man. He has been playing well once he gets game time, so it's onto something. Give me a second.
People, this is the new year, people. And if you never listen to me, all right, so this is a guarantee I'm giving you. This is a guarantee game. I'm telling you, Watford not lose this game and they're not drawing this game. This is a
But
soup game for Watford. 2-1 Watford. Wanna buy the
your
ticket?
feelings.
2-1 Watford. All right.
All right, so we are going to get to the next game where a team that is fighting relegation is coming up against a team that is trying to stay in mid-table. We're talking about Aston Villa taking on Man United. But before we get to that, I just want to bring this up because people are saying that which of these is a bigger downgrade? Grealish leaving Aston Villa and them signing Felipe Coutinho, or David Silva, who has gone and was replaced by Grealish. Which of them is a bigger downgrade?
Why is that a comparison? The most Coutinho for Grealish.
Yeah, I cut. Well, no. We can't. You can't say that yet. Me, I bypass this one. We have to see Coutinho at Aston Villa first.
Pause.
First of all, no.
That
You
is
cannot.
the biggest downgrade they can get.
No.
The value of Jack Grealish to Aston Villa was immense. Immense. Coutinho cannot fill that void any at all.
No, me not gonna take that from you.
This version of Coutinho cannot come near to that.
Me not gonna take that from you, Dean.
Levon, listen to me, right? Listen to me. We're talking about a guy, Jack Grealish. You can talk about his immense this and that for barely staying up in the league. When you talk about David Silva and what he has meant to Manchester City, what he has meant to that club, you can tell me say Grealish is definitely a bigger downgrade replacing David Silva than Coutinho replacing Grealish.
I agree. I agree.
So you're saying Silva to City mean more than Aston Villa to Grealish to Aston Villa?
Of course.
Is that they ask what is the bigger downgrade?
No, but you just mentioned something about what Silva mean to City. So I'm saying what does Grealish mean to Villa? Well, that was massive.
At the same, both are the same, but me cannot make a comparison until me see Coutinho at Aston Villa. Ask about the question at this time next month, Levon.
This is my thing. This is my thing, Bones. This is my thing, Bones and Levon, right? When we're talking about a player impact, right? I need player to impact and win some things as well. That is just my thing. When David Silva is at Manchester City, that man is winning trophies. That man is instrumental in the winning of the trophies. That man is not just a passenger just riding in the bus. That man is a part of the drivers. He is driving the bus. When Grealish, all right, we can say Grealish let help Aston Villa stay up in the league. All right, clap. So it must be a bigger downgrade for a man who is a championship player to know a man who is
but
you're making absolutely no sense.
Because you know that if we're being honest though, I know that a lot of people have been critical of Grealish at City. I know that it was just the other day I was looking at his stats for City in terms of his creation in the final third, and I was like, damn. When I actually watch the games, if you don't really pinpoint it, you wouldn't saw that he created that amount of opportunities for his team. But you see, if you really go back and roll back the clips, you can actually saw that the guy did it.
Yeah,
for who?
No, he's talking about Grealish for City.
Why I said that,
Okay.
It's because of what Kim just said. Kim said, we're not talking about a passenger and a bus. So Kim was basically calling Grealish a passenger.
No. Hold on, Bones, man. Hold on. That's not what I'm calling Grealish, I'm not calling him a passenger. What I'm saying is that the impact that David Silva and Manchester City, I don't think if Grealish play Manchester City the next 5 years, I don't think he would have not even a similar impact as David Silva. And the reason, they say Grealish is a flashy player, and I know fans like flashy and all of that. But David Silva, the glue, he was a part of the glue of Manchester City. That impact that he had on that team.
Boss, everything you're saying for Silva is the same thing can be said for Grealish at Aston Villa, except for winning. So, what is Aston Villa?
Yeah.
What was Aston
But
Villa expected to win with that team?
well, that's not true too. But look at it. Look at it this way, guys. Look at it this way. The thing is, the Jack Grealish that we saw left Aston Villa, right? Aston Villa was a team that was dependent on Jack Grealish. Now Jack Grealish went into a team that wouldn't become dependent on him, but he would become dependent on them for him to settle and get into his groove and thing again. So what we see with Jack Grealish at Aston Villa, I don't think we're gonna see it with Jack Grealish at City. So comparing him to a David Silva, maybe Nago give a true reflection.
Before you move on, Lever, may I make you move on now? But I'm just end this debate right now. It is very simple. Zine, Manchester City, during that time where David Silva was there, could have won many games without him playing in that team. Aston Villa was Jack Grealish. That's how it is.
The same thing we just said, Dima.
I was about to say, I'm going to play advocate right here. I'm going to say that Kims came on here and said that Dean Smith is proving what a bug of a coach he is. It's the same Jack Grealish that made Dean Smith seem like he was a coach, So, I mean, big impact. David Silva's left City and City is still winning, so.
And they were winning when you was
there.
And he missed games and they don't look like they miss a beat. So I don't understand this thing.
But who could have argued say Aston Villa still staying up in the league too? If I so we're gonna put it without Jack Grealish.
No.
But then hold on. If you talk about that, right? I've seen Mr. Kevin De Bruyne miss games and Manchester City is still Manchester City. I see a lot of players miss games and Manchester City is still Manchester City. But if we're gonna be honest with ourselves, we cannot say that Manchester City, we cannot say that David Silva never add to the identity. And I agree with Dimo when he said about Aston Villa. But we're talking about what Levon asked, which one is the bigger downgrade. And I'm saying the bigger downgrade have to be David Silva and Grealish in Manchester City. That has to be the bigger downgrade. Not to say that Coutinho and Grealish is not a downgrade, but the bigger downgrade of the two, I think, is Silva and Grealish. That's just what I think.
All right, yeah, let's move on. That's that.
Right, so I was going to get the prediction because I have nothing to say about this game because personally, I didn't watch a game that they played the other day. I just saw the highlights. I saw that Crawford actually assisted the goal. I know that the dude that scored the goal is out of the game tomorrow. I know that Shaw is out of that game as well. So I'm talking of Van de Beek and what have you not. I don't know if he'll play. But I think Coutinho is available. I also think
he's not playing. He's not playing.
You sure?
Well, in the press conference, he said that he's not match fit.
What about Lucas Digne? Will he be available?
Touch and go. He didn't want to give away his tricks. Touch and go in his press conference.
Well, you guys play your strongest 11 against that team that I support, and you guys couldn't beat them. So let's see how it goes tomorrow. But
with this, the funniest thing with this game, is that it is fortunate for us as fans that both games come back to back, because the reception that Gerrard got at Old Trafford, I think it's going to have a big impact on the game tomorrow at Villa, in terms of, I think the crowd will be fully behind the Aston Villa team. Like, we know people just go watch football some of the time, but there's a time when the fans really come out and really say yes to them, no matter what. All when we're under 3, we still a cheer right through to 90 minutes. And I think that type of atmosphere we are going to get in a tomorrow game, and that are going to cause an impact on the game. And that's why me are going to go with a 2-1 Aston Villa victory tomorrow in the game, honestly.
All right. Okay,
Hold on,
so
hold on before you go on, Kims. I know that we're on a football show, but GSW right now it seems like they're doing a blowout for a blowout. So they got blowout by by the Bucks, and they're here blowing out the Bulls. Currently, the score is 112 to 72.
dang.
Wow.
But
Yeah, before you make Kim's go, just let me give a prediction now. Make the Aston Villa fans stay the last. Like,
That's time me jump PD, man.
yeah, under the fans were playing. Let me just give a prediction, brother. So I'm going to go with a Manchester United win. I think they have enough to win that game. So I'm going to go 2-1 to Manchester United. The Cristiano
Oh,
Ronaldo effect.
Kims.
okay.
All right. So there's been a lot of noise coming out of the Manchester camp. You know, we have seen Cristiano Ronaldo be very vocal, saying that hey, when he was 18 years old, he used to take talk from the big players. Now these players don't want to take talk from anybody. And I'm just paraphrasing. Anything that older players say to them, they frail up, they get in their feelings. Cristiano Ronaldo also said that boy, he can't believe that after training session, he's the only one staying back to work on his game, to get stronger and stuff like that. So there's a lot of noise coming out of Manchester United. And once again, Mr. Press Conference, this man who I heard, this man teach Klopp, this man teach Tuchel, this man teach Nagelsmann, this man teach everybody. The only thing I've seen this man win so far is the press conference. If you want Bones, if you want a man win a press conference, you call this man. If you want to take
Yeah,
control of a room, you call
yeah.
this man and make this man talk. This man will seize any room. But when it come out to hey, put the product on the football pitch, I haven't seen it yet. And when you flip on the other side now, Mr. Steven Gerrard, that man will win the press conference, but he'll also win over your heart and win over your mind and win over your soul. No,
And
Gerrard
can't
said in
win
the
against
last
a
game.
big team.
Okay, well, well, you're talking about. I would be ashamed if I were you. Remember, you lose to Wolves, Remember,
What
remember
what what
four
why
you
would I
get
be
from
ashamed?
Watford, Remember four you get from Watford, Calm down, no. So listen,
And okay, and you're fighting relegation, no problem.
no, that's
Carry
all
on.
right. That's all right. The ambition is different. What is Manchester United ambition?
What their
Going into
ambition
the
right
season,
now?
what's the ambition?
No, no,
Not
no.
your ambition, the
Manchester
whole
United
club. Yes,
making
as
money,
a brand.
making
Oh,
money.
okay. Anyway, so Aston Villa, right? Obviously Steven Gerrard said when he just went to Old Trafford, he said that it seemed like something is wrong with the crowd because the crowd wasn't rowdy enough. Normally when you're going at an away team, the crowd's supposed to be rowdy, making a bunch of noise. He said that he wasn't impressed, and Aston Villa will definitely show you how to make noise and how to cheer for your team. With that being said, I have to go with what Bones pick. I'm going with a 2-1 Aston Villa victory because I believe the boys are ready. I believe that they know how to beat Manchester United, and I believe they could have beat Manchester United in the FA Cup.
Could
But it
have,
just
should
didn't happen.
have,
But
could have.
but in the league, I think that they will win. I think that Gerrard have the boys playing well. I watch a lot. I watched the last training session that they had, and getting in the team, and obviously, Gerrard is just a great coach. So I think that Aston Villa will win. I want to say 2-0, but I'll just give a Manchester United might get a late goal, a little Cristiano Ronaldo goal. So I'm
Yo,
going I'm
the
going
man
2-1.
all I watch training session. Wow.
What
Um,
what
so,
what else say is that that interview with Cristiano. I think he's aiming his words at one Mason Greenwood, but I don't run Greenwood. Box up a boy,
but
yes. Don't take no talk
no,
from him.
no.
I
My
don't
thing
run a
is,
Greenwood.
this is my thing on a serious level now. When you examine Manchester United, it is rare that you see a club in shambles like this. Not even Arsenal, after Arsene Wenger left, they're in shambles like this. Every day is another report. Oh, this player wants to leave.
So
Imagine
Kems,
Fred had.
Kems, let me ask you a question.
Mhm.
Do you believe all these reports?
Well, I believe some of them. And then, as
Hold
Jamaicans,
on,
what
no,
them
hold on,
normally
hold on,
say.
hold on. It's
Hold
a
on, no,
two-part
me go
question.
answer you.
It's a
No, hold
two-part
on, no.
question.
I make you ask the next part. But in Jamaica, what your mother normally tell you, or your father, your uncle, your sister, wanna go so, nearly go so. So if you not go
No,
so
but
exactly,
this is what I'm going to say to you now. You're saying that you never hear this noise with Arsenal. Which of the two clubs are bigger globally?
Manchester United.
So which one of them you think name is going to sell more in paper?
Okay, Manchester United. But what I'm saying is, right? Okay, you heard that a lot of players want to leave, right? Okay, if the reports were false, why did Fred have to come out and say, hey, I'm happy here. I don't want to leave. I don't listen what people are saying. I am happy here. Why did Bruno also have to come out and defend himself? What I'm saying, if these reports are indeed false, players don't normally come out and have to defend themselves and have to declare, hey, I don't want to
No,
leave,
man,
guys.
come
I'm
on,
okay
Kims.
being here.
If something constantly happen over and over, they're going to come out. Come on, man. And it's something
Okay,
that
but
kept on happening over and over and over and over. I mean, personally for me, I want to shut them out now because as far as I'm concerned, this is not Manchester United FC, This is excuse FC. That is what I see them as, because they
what
full of
what
excuse and then give it this long soliloquy every time that they play a game, in which
ex-
me no want
well,
it.
what
The,
what
sa-
I'm
the same
also
energy,
hearing.
the same energy that you put into typing whatever you type on social media,
Hmm.
go play that on the field. Put that on the field.
But what I'm hearing, I'm going to say two more stuff about Manchester United. What I'm hearing is that the players are also saying that, hey, they want a coach that, you know, the only thing on your resume can be say you coach Tuchel and those kind of people. They want to say what have you achieved lately. That one report. Another thing was that Manchester United don't have a leader. And again, I said this when I was a Manchester United fan. I said it was impossible for Harry
This
Maguire just to
recorded,
come
right?
from.
This
Yes, it
recorded,
is.
right? Cause,
Always.
'cause
It is.
there's a keyword in using a was.
Yeah.
No,
Was.
but I just
Okay.
told you guys that he's going
Okay.
on a permanent
So
transfer
so
to the end
it
of the
so no,
term.
but no, he confirm say permanent cause he say was.
No,
Yeah.
but
Well, yeah.
but,
Well,
but sure, remember that I'm the owner. The owner came out and said that he's selling him. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So when I was a Manchester United fan, it was said that, like, how is it that Harry Maguire can come from Leicester City? Not like him come from Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal, or one of them nice clubs. He come from Leicester City and walk in the Manchester United side and get captain armband right away, right? And then when the club is in turmoil now, we cannot see that quote unquote leader step up. It's like those are the things that I think are plaguing the Manchester United. When in Aston Villa, I don't see none of that going on. As much as like Tyron Mings and them boys, Tyron Mings, very upstanding citizen, very upstanding baller, and I just can't wait for this game. I can't wait for this game.
The,
My
the thing is,
personally, as I am, man, I don't like to backtrack on things, and I promised you at the beginning of the show that I wasn't going to mention Ole or anything. But your boy Ole gave captaincy to Maguire. His
yeah.
young
and I
boy did it.
And,
and
and
I and
point.
I
And
I beat Ole for that. I did beat him
yeah.
for that.
And point to Kims. And point to the only thing me see right now can help Manchester United is a purge. Like a slow purge. They need a purge. Like
I
a
agree.
slow.
If
Yeah.
I said it on the previous show before I went off sick that if it was left up to me, even the mascot, I'd sell everybody. Sell everybody,
No,
clear and sale.
Yeah, man, it's a
Demo, I
purge,
know.
man. A purge are the only thing right now.
Now we're
No,
going.
I
We're,
know
And
what
we're
you
yes,
going
now
really
you know
want.
what we
I
are
want you
talking
guys to
about
have a
now.
final. I want you guys to have a final say on them, so we can move on.
And
I just want to get Demo opinion on something real quick before we move on. I know Demo don't really like talk about Manchester United or whatever the case may be. But Demo, on a real, let's say this was your Liverpool club and all these noise. Remember, this club is supposed to be not even a but a worldwide big name, wholesale name club. And you're hearing these petty reports, these joke reports, all of these things about players wanting to leave, players don't want to play, players don't want to do extra time. Cristiano Ronaldo can't talk to players and blah blah blah. How would you feel if this was a Liverpool? How would you feel? Would you just be like, well, boys, business as usual, boy,
No,
they'll
sir.
figure it out?
No, sir. No, sir. Let me tell you what I would do. I would actually get a transfer to Aston Villa. That's definitely what I would do. I wouldn't stay there for real. I would go to Aston Villa and work with. No, no, no. But for real,
So
Kim, I
listen,
agree.
Kim.
I agree with you, Kim. It
See
sounds
this,
like a
Kim.
party shop thing.
It sounds like a party shop, brother.
you're
Yeah.
so,
Yeah.
you're so sarcastic, though, Dima.
I'll go down with Manchester United if they're going down into National League or South League or wherever they're going.
No, ask me, no,
Loyalty
ask me
forever.
about Arsenal. But what me did I go say to Levan, the reason why me said don't need a purge is because we have to remember, say, 4 years, this a go and final. This not just start the other day, you know.
Nah, man.
4 years.
Oh, Sherwin. Stop telling lie
Yeah.
about 4 years. No, boss.
How long was Oli there?
It's not 4 years,
But
boss. This has been happening from Fergie left.
oh
All
well,
I'm saying
okay. If
is,
that's your point,
uh,
then no. But remember,
this
no
is
win
my
Europa League and then things in between,
Blah blah blah.
right?
Foolishness.
and this is
But
and
let's
this is
move on.
my this is my last thing on this topic, right? And I told you guys, when you tell me say, oh, culture and make a difference, and oh, a trophy we want to win and all them something. And I told you guys what Ole did to that Manchester United side to come in, bring down the temperature in the room, calm down the players, have the players playing the Manchester United way, getting back the love for football was one of his major accomplishments. One year, no trophy we
Bro,
want to win, blah blah blah
bro,
blah blah blah.
your boy Ole is one of the major part of the problem. This man came in and this man kept on talking, oh, we need a midfielder, we need this, we need that, and this man was there for like 3 seasons, and up to now, this man never signed a midfielder. But I'm
No,
not going
Levon,
to say
inside Van der Beek and keep
Levon,
him on the bench.
he
Levon,
didn't
let me
sign
ask
Van
you a
de Beek. He
question.
didn't.
I him
Levon, let me
sign
ask
him.
you a question. Let me
No
ask you a
man,
question,
board
Levon.
decision
Let me
that.
ask you one last question, Levon. Outer, outer Vangal, Moyes, Mourinho,
You're going in and out.
Yeah, cut out. Yeah, cut out.
are you here? You hear me now? All right, I'm saying outer Vangal, Moyes, Mourinho, Ole, right? Out of all those coaches, which coach left Manchester United in a better position squad wise?
None of them.
Mourinho.
Let's move. What?
Let's move on. None of them. Quickly, we're just going to get the prediction on this one. So on Sunday at 9 a.m., we're going to see West Ham take on Leeds. Prediction, Sherwin,
3-2 West Ham.
Kems,
West Ham to win 2-0.
Demo.
2-1 West Ham.
I'm going to stick with you, Demo, because on Sunday, your side is going to take on Brentford at 9 a.m. as well. And boy, you need some goals, man. You can't buy a goal without Salah and Mane. Just messing, man. Adlam came out. I remember Adlam said that Liverpool are right, you know, if you worry about them. So Adlam, just remember that way. I watch out, you know. But go on, Dima, about your team.
All right. You sure you know I'll make everybody go first because I have a lot to say.
All right, Kems.
All right. So quickly, you know, because obviously Dima said so quickly. And it was quite embarrassing that they couldn't get a goal against a 10-man Arsenal team. You know, it was quite. I see Ben White. I see the photo of Ben White laughing. Yeah, no, I see Ben White laughing at who was that? Firmino or Minamino?
No, Minamino.
I see Ben White laughing at him. But anyway, hey, let's be honest. Like this is Liverpool. Like you know, they'll find a way to beat Brentford. So I'm going Liverpool 2-1.
Sherwin.
Yeah, Klopp will learn from the Arsenal game and he'll make some changes. I think they will come out. I think they'll come out victors. I'm sticking with Kems 2-1. 2-1 to the pool.
Demo.
All right. So just give me a couple minutes here, guys. All right. I know that Arsenal won the game 0-0 with Liverpool, and so they're excited, and you know them all over the place. I celebrate them 0-0 win. You know, so
Hey,
them.
stop it. No,
Brother,
stop
yo,
it.
me interrupt
Stop
you,
it. Stop it. You're going to call Arsenal name. You're going to interject right away. Stop it.
Oh my
Stop
God.
it. Nobody now run up and down and
Yeah.
overjoyed about
Are,
nothing.
are you the only Arsenal fan on the planet?
Well, speak to the specific Arsenal fan you're speaking to.
Why?
You say Arsenal fans.
All right,
And I'm an Arsenal fan.
All right, stop interrupting. So anyway, so they're very excited, and so they should be, because for me, let me tell you this right now. I hear Bones a while ago say Klopp will learn. For me, I am getting very agitated and irritated with Jurgen Klopp because he continue, especially this season, continue to make a lot of mistakes and continue to do a lot of stupidness. Now, without Salah and Mane, we're going to be missing a lot of goals. If you check the stats right now, Mohamed Salah, 80% of Liverpool's goal scoring involvements, Salah is involved with. 8-0. 80%. Yeah? But let me tell you this. Jurgen Klopp, Robertson came off injured in a game the other day. And Tsimikas has been probably one of our better players in the Liverpool team at left back. And as soon as you hear say Robertson like fit, him just can automatically come back into the team playing over somebody who has been one of our best players for the season so far. Zine, and if we come up against Brentford and we play Robertson again, who has been below par this season, and Tsimikas has been the better left back, we're going to lose the game. Yeah, the man come and change out the whole thing. The team who take us from wherever we play and take us to the semi-finals. It never seemed like him want prioritize the cup in the first place, So him say, let's play the kids and let's play the fringe players. Then bring us to the semi-finals all of a sudden. You out, you out, you out. Trent just coming back from COVID. Oh, Conor Bradley, you out, you out. Like Trent have a play. And he showed up and he was horrible. Worst performance from Trent in that years. Yeah? And him just automatic. And I can tell you, if Salah and Mane was there, the man would have dropped Minamino, who has 5 goals. 5 goals the man have already playing 646 minutes. I'm going to break that down for you. That's 7 games and 16 minutes. Minamino has 5 goals and 1 assist. And may I tell you, if Salah and Mane did here for the semi-finals against Arsenal, he would have dropped him and play Salah and Mane because he reached the semi-finals. He always do it. Yeah? And so Mega said this is Brentford tomorrow. It all goes down to, or whenever the game is, goes down to team selection. And so me can't even give, Mega just give 2 prediction. If him come and him decide to him go play James Milner and Henderson and Fabinho in our midfield 3 again and left Curtis Jones and our one of the other young youth them, we're going to lose. Because if we played a full strength team at Brentford there and he end up in a draw, what was it, 3-3, whatever it was, like this team right now without Salah and Mane, we're going to lose to Brentford if that's what he's going to do. And remember, Curtis Jones scored a banger in that game for somebody who dare talk about God now. Anyway, whatever. So it's all about team selection. And I'm going to say if Klopp starts the right team, we're going to win the game 2-1 because it's at Anfield. If not, Brentford are going to come to Anfield and they're going to get a point. So it's all about team selection for me. Tsimikas needs to start that game. Andy Robertson just get kicking in foot and they have to come off. And him just come back in a game and he get like a 5 out of 10 because he was horrible. So him not supposed to start the game come whenever it's a play. So I'm going to go 2-1 if the right team start, 2-2 if it doesn't.
All right, so Dima, this current comment is directed at you from Fabi Frana. You know that he's a Liverpool fan. And also Owen Adler made a comment up further. He said that he thinks that Robertson has been better than Tsimikas. But
what? That's madness. No go so. Whoever said that, that's not true.
Adlam is another
Prano.
Liverpool
I
man.
disagree with Prano too. Normally, to the back
Boss.
end, I want game, you don't give them time.
Boss, listen to me. Tsimikas, when Tsimikas played, we didn't concede a goal. 7 games, no goals, and we have more goals scored because he's better cross off the ball. The corner kicks them better when him kick. And
I agree with you.
Robertson
Tsimikas
can't
has
even make a
Tsimikas has
corner.
been better than Robertson this season. I have to give it that. I hear Fabi Frana saying that Dima, understand from a coach's perspective, the players that came in needed minutes because they haven't played in a while.
In a semi-final, so Trent just come back from COVID and him just automatically go right back when we try to win a semi-final at Anfield. That don't make no sense.
So Adam disagreed with you and here's he agreeing with you right here, saying that my problem is midfield. We can't play Fabinho, Miller and Endo. Ox or Curtis must start with Fabinho.
But in the need for start, blame Klopp, brother. Klopp does not rotate his play. And that's why I'm going to tell you, Pep, I got always be ahead of the man, brother. Klopp don't like rotate. And he might go ball about players. And he might go ball about, we need 5 subs. And he's not going to use them. Like, why not the hell you start? Milner 45 years old. Like, what Curtis Jones have to do for starting in midfield? I don't understand. Like, it just don't make no sense. The man just, like, I just can't understand. I may get very irritated.
Oh, and here's Lata saying that remember Kems have Brentford to go down, so of course we will pick Pool to win. Lata, no problem, because I'll happily collect my chums from Kems come the end of the season.
Yeah,
But
go to sleep.
But the final game of the match weekend is one that I'm sure that this man is smiling about because his team has been doing well. and he certainly feels good about it. Although it's a touch and go situation because his team is calling for the game to be postponed because of COVID outbreak, injuries, and all of that. Talking about Tottenham against Arsenal in the London derby. Now, Sherwin, what I have to say first is that
Well,
Ben White and Aaron Ramsdale, that's what, 10 clean sheet in 18 games. I
Mm-hmm.
remember that a lot of us were critical, including myself and
Yeah.
Kevs,
Yeah.
about the
mhm.
purchase of Ben White and Ramsdale. And these guys have improved Arsenal defense because you
Yeah.
guys haven't considered a lot with them around there. And boy, you have to give it to them because at first we were saying that $50 million waste of a buy, but Ben White has grown alongside Gabriel. We have to give them that.
Mm-hmm.
And even more so with the assurance and the insurance of Aaron Ramsdale behind them. Now you look at your team and how it's currently constructed. What do you take from your team going forward, and what do you have to say about your team going against Tottenham on Sunday if the game goes ahead?
Um, I think we really have something going. You guys aren't the only one that were critical. I was really critical of the signings too at the beginning, but then I went and I watched an interview with Edu where he said that we should give him a chance, give Arteta a chance because the project that they have in mind, we haven't seen it yet. And then, bam, I think 2 weeks after that, the team that he actually named started, and we were like impressed with what we were seeing. Yes, um, Ben might have had a rough first game and all of that, but he really grew into it, and Ramsdale really made an instant impact on the team. Where Arsenal is really sharp now is really in the midfield. Like I really think we need another complete central midfielder alongside Partey. Xhaka is just not going to cut it. You can't use Leland Chuck fix Leland parts fix international truck. You can't do that, right? So you have to come with
Leave
something fresh.
carefully at this the Leland chop them. They go to
No,
that one.
if it's the fact that you're going go for youngsters, get somebody young beside. If you're gonna go with Lukanga, let him grow into it. Let Partey teach him. But they tired of the Jaka business now.
But since
And
as you mentioned that quickly, I have to get this in. What do you think about reports linking you to Arthur Melo from
um
Juventus?
I think it's going to go through. I think it's just for Juventus now to say yes. The player has said yes. The agent has said yes. And I think Arsenal was really pushing for it to happen today for him to probably play on Sunday. But I don't think that is going to happen anymore. I think it's a decent signing, to help out for the little short period where we are missing um our only our most senior midfielder right now is also our junior midfielder, Lukanga. Everybody is out. Partey is out, Xhaka is out, El Neni is out, everybody is out. Right? So I think it would be a good signing for us to help out in the short term period right here. Um but apart from that, I think the team is doing well. I have more confidence now watching Arsenal than before. Um, there's no nerve like before. There's no. I wonder if them are gonna make a mistake today. I wonder what kind of mistake. There's none of that anymore. You get what me I say? So it's a good look. Pertaining to the game Sunday, like me don't know if you ever hear me say this. I me say it no numerous amount of times here. I do not predict not London derbies. I do not do it. I do not.
Bro, come
While
on, you're playing against Tottenham as you call them.
while I want my team to win, it is a North London derby. I have seen where the worst Tottenham team has beaten the best Arsenal team, and I've seen where the worst Arsenal team have beaten the best Tottenham team. Right now, right
Mhm.
now Arsenal has Tottenham have the edge in terms of the numbers and the quality that they have. Arsenal do not have numbers and they do not have quality. So really and truly, I am hoping that the game is postponed, right? But if it's not, then we have to go out there. We have to show character like we did against Liverpool, because more than likely it will be the same 10 players plus whoever comes in. I can't even see who is going to come in to make an
Give
11.
Charlie the game, bro. I keep on telling you to stop sleeping
Charlie,
on the youths. Charlie Patino to play, bro.
Charlie and Lukanga in the midfield, boy,
No,
devastating there.
are you rather do some experiment and push Ben White into that central
Yeah,
midfield
I think
role?
that's an option to push Ben White in the midfield and then have
Bring in
Rob
Holding.
Holding. Then have Rob Holding come in beside. But still that weakness and that is not what we want, right? But if that's the case, that's the case. We just have to go out there and we understand that it's a North London derby and we know that we have to go out there and give 100%. And just the confidence of Arsenal alone, will give us that capacity to play the game, and play the game well, the Arsenal way when it comes to North London derbies. But right now, Tottenham have the edge, and if for the sake of the show there is a prediction to be given, my honest opinion is that Tottenham will beat Arsenal 3-1 on Sunday if the
Reverse.
game goes ahead.
Big,
Bones,
big up yourself for the reverse psychology. But yeah, go ahead, Kim.
Bones, Bones.
Yo,
So listen to this, Bones. So you see, like when you talk about Arsenal, I'm going to talk about the other people. So check me out, right? Again, I have heard night in, night out on this show about Conte this, Conte that, what Conte is brought in to do, and what Conte can do, and his resume and his CV and his pedigree and all that, right?
yeah,
Only thing I've seen Conte do is whine and cry and cry. First him talk about this Tottenham team is not good enough. Um, Not good enough, and then now he's saying, no, him come out again the last few days. Him come again and he's saying, oh, the issues that are in this Tottenham team, are even bigger than me, even bigger. So basically, what I'm getting from that, and again, for me, I don't know. I don't think big coaches do them thing. I don't know. And you can say my bias and my stupid and all of them, some of them in a care. But I just don't think I'm not going to say I'm not gonna see come out and say, well, hey, the issues with Manchester City is bigger than me. The issue with Bayern is bigger than me. But now I see Klopp come out and say them thing. But now I see Alex Ferguson come out and say them thing. I just believe as a coach, you know the project where you take up. You have your Hurricane. You come out and you tell Hurricane say the everything will revolve around him. You have your son. You have your this. You have your that. I just believe that as a coach now, you are supposed to be quote unquote the final puzzle in order to make a push. You play against Chelsea in that semi-final, you look totally outclassed to me. You don't score a goal, where you get 2-0 and 1-0 or something like that. You get 3-0 on aggregate. Now you're going up against Arsenal. You're going up against a weak Arsenal team if the game go ahead. And again, these are the games that they brought you in to win. North London Derby. They brought you in to make it to the top four. They brought you into this. They brought you into that. I just believe that these coaches have a much longer rope, and they can say it's due to their resume, due to their CV, but I think they have a longer rope than, for example, Ole, who has actually been making strides in a particular club. So I just believe that this Conte guy, I am not sold on him. And when I was a Manchester United fan, I was one of them who was very adamant that Manchester United should not take this guy because not only does he run away from responsibilities, when things are not going his way, he finds some excuse and run out of town. He did that with Inter Milan. He did that with Juventus. He did that with Chelsea. And the list goes on and on and on. And resume shows, and that my resume tell me, that is what my eye telling me. When problem strikes, then you run through the door. Same thing. And I can use my relationship analogy. If you have a woman and as soon as adversity hit, she run through the door, you don't want that kind of woman there. You kick that woman to the curb. Same thing with Conte. He is not, to me, this is only to me. I don't think he is a world-class coach. I don't think he is in the Alex Ferguson, the Pep, the club class. I think he's just below B minus B coach. He's not in the A category. And as a result of that, I believe that Arsenal could have feel Bones and Levon and myself. I think that Arsenal will win this game because all this coach is doing is taking away confidence from his players. So I think that Arsenal will win 2-1.
Yeah, I can't go now, please. But I can't endure that nonsense to just one. Like, Levon, bring some clarity to the show, please.
Hold on a second, Demo. I'm just going to let it go ahead, but just a point out that Son is out of the game, though. But go ahead,
Exactly. Yes, I was just going to mention Son is out too. That's one of their main players. Like, what Kim say? Robbie Rich just come in for coming sake. Like him just come like him talk for talk sake. Has Conte lost a game in the Premier League with Tottenham since he came in? The answer
No
to that is
one.
no. They have not
Wow.
lost a game in the Premier League under Conte. I think
Okay.
I don't know what position they are, but they have 3 games in hand right now. Zine?
Okay.
So I don't understand what games I talk about them drain the confidence of players. The guys have not lost a game under Conte since they've been there. So I don't know why them come out and say it's obviously working because they've not lose under the man. The man has literally
Okay.
transformed their fortune and they can be right up in the top 4 with the games that them have in hand. Especially if them beat Arsenal, which is a derby and anything is possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Levant can bring it up and then see there.
So Arsenal would need to win this game or even draw it to give Tottenham a little bit of trouble.
Like the man him have 33 points with 3 games in hand.
Yeah.
Like, but I understand what games I talk about. The man just come and talk off of
Well,
emotion.
what? How am I talking of emotions when what I've been stating is facts?
What
Did he
fact?
say that? Yes. Did he say that the problems that are at Tottenham are bigger than him? Yes. Did he run away from Inter Milan when he wasn't getting the money to spend?
Boss.
Yes. Did he run away from?
That-
I'm telling you everything.
No,
that
he
I
never
stated
run away
was
from
facts.
Chelsea, Kems. He never run away from Chelsea. Chelsea fire him. He never run away.
Oh God, even worse. Oh God.
He never run away.
You know what?
But
Anyway, so I'm going to go for a draw in the game. I can't listen to Kimson. May I go for a draw?
good.
I'm going to
How
go
much?
for
How much? How much? How much?
two.
12.
You see, let me tell you something, Levon, real quick. Let me tell you something I realized with Demo. Demo has an obsession with being right, with being correct. Let me tell you. You see, when I'm on a podcast, let me tell you something about me, Mr. Demo. All I'm trying to be. I like to entertain. I like to be interesting. That is my aim when I come on
We'll
25
talk. You
different
can
platforms.
talk facts and
So,
entertain
but
too. Why you can't talk
I am,
facts?
but I'm in fact.
You're right. The internet a chip out. I see you.
Did he run away from Inter Milan? Yes or no?
Yeah, he did run
Inter Milan,
away.
yes or no? Okay. And do you think he'll run away from Tottenham should the results not go his way? Does he
Once he's not getting the money, he's going to run away.
does he have a reputation of running away when he doesn't get things his way? Yes or no?
He does.
Okay. So what kind of facts am
All right, Kim. So it seems like the guys in the comment section and Demo and both say that you talk too much rubbish, so that's why the internet is chipping out now. so to the internet, bro. In terms of, I'm just going to move on because as soon we'll wrap up. So I said at the top of the show that we're just going to go up and just revisit our predictions. I know that Demo had said at the top that he expected that Chelsea would have won the title. I said that I expected that a Manchester club would have won it. I was wearing a blue shirt, so that gave some significance as to where I was lying because I have no faith or trust in a man known by Ole. But
Can I go first, please? That's my run shot.
no problem, bro. In
All
terms
right.
of, give me a top 4 because I want the UCL qualifiers as well.
Okay, top 4 right now. Top 4 right now for me is City winning the league, Liverpool finishing second, Chelsea third, Arsenal fourth.
All right, Kems, what's yours?
my top 4? Manchester City winning by 10 points or more. Liverpool to finish second. Arsenal to finish third.
Wow.
Chelsea to finish fourth.
After all, Nadim, I can't say the man have no sense now because at the beginning the man came and the man made a prediction and said that Liverpool wouldn't finish in the top top 5, I believe it was, because even Leicester he had, So the man revisit his prediction and put Liverpool in second position. So
Look at that.
Stop take this man serious, honestly.
But what say you, Demo?
Yeah, so my top 4 is Manchester City to win the league, Chelsea second, Liverpool third, and I think Tottenham with the games in hand will come up and sneak into the top 4.
All right. So how come you don't come forward and tell the people that for the past 19 the past 19 games, you were singing on your high horse, Chelsea
Okay,
champions elect, champions elect.
but I
No,
already said that. We
no,
are
but
talking
no.
about you never the year, you never the year.
Well,
We already
well,
said,
well, you need to say it when I am here, clearly,
brother.
because you
So
have
move on, live on, brother.
no, Levon, listen. No, Levon, listen. I have challenged Demo on his accountability from last year, 2021. And he promised me in 2022 he is going to be more accountable. So all I'm saying,
The
Demo,
first thing I
That's
said
true.
on the
That's
show
he
was
said it,
that the first thing I
said it,
said on the show was that I have
He
been
said it,
saying
man.
Chelsea were the champions elect, but it's obviously gone wrong, and Manchester City are running away. The first thing I said,
He did say it, man.
Yeah,
If,
true. True.
if you don't believe, as this podcast finish, just go and
Go
watch
back.
it back.
Yeah,
I'm
go
going
back to the
to
beginning.
rewatch it and I'm going to cut it out and post it on my WhatsApp too.
Wonderful. Now we're going to look at the foot of the table. Show it. The three that you have going down.
Burnley, finally. They're happy in it.
Where's your tail of the kick on the flank?
I'm tired of them now, man. Finally, yeah. I think Norwich have basically booked their spot in the championship for next season. I think Burnley will go down with them, and it will be a ding dong battle between Watford and Newcastle. And based on the spending capacity of Newcastle and what they will do this January, I'm giving Newcastle the edge to stay up, Watford to go down.
All right, before I get to Demo and Kim's, here's Adrian Nicholson quickly. I was going to get in some of these comments. He's saying that he expects it to be City, Chelsea, Liverpool, Tottenham. As a Shemjack here saying that she expected to be City, Pool, Chelsea, and Arsenal. Down further, I see Adlam saying that he expect Liverpool to win either City, Chelsea, and Tottenham.
What kind of miracle are gonna happen?
no, you need to ask him if it's in a specific order, brother. I'm sure.
Yeah, that we should have
He
asked
does,
him.
no, man, he means it, man. I tell that Adam's a Liverpool fan. So
Liverpool born one.
Here's Robbie saying that City,
Man, I
Chelsea,
feel.
Liverpool, and Tottenham. I also see them giving their prediction as to, well, may not go there. Let's go to Demo now.
Yeah, so like I said to everybody, Burnley is definitely not going down. I know they lost Chris Wood, but and Carney is in the African Cup of Nations. But once he gets back, they'll start getting points again. So Burnley will stay up. So I have Norwich, Newcastle, and Watford to go down.
All right, Kems, what you have?
St. Maximan can't do enough to stay up over Burnley. That's crazy. Hey, well, anyway, I have Norwich going down because they got the coach wrong again. So Norwich is going down. I have Newcastle going down, and I have Leeds going down. So Leeds, Newcastle, and Norwich.
It's interesting.
Why?
It's very interesting. I want that 5 months from now we're gonna remember this.
Yeah, man, it will be safe, man. Just remember
Okay.
January 14, 2022.
No,
But
let me put it on the
I
calendar.
never gave a prediction, so I still stick by what I said at the beginning. A Manchester club to win the league, that is Man City. I've got to say Liverpool for the second position. As I predicted before, I said Chelsea would have finished third, so I'm still sticking by that. In terms of fourth, I'll leave that open. Anybody can make it. In terms of relegation, no, I think Newcastle. Boy, I want to see what they do for the rest of this January window before I make a predicament about them, because they still need some signings. Wood and Trippier is not it. They are not enough for them to stay up. But when I look at a team like Watford, Watford is going down. Watford and Norwich, definite yo-yos. So it's any team with those two. So I'm left with a choice between Burnley, Newcastle, and Leeds. Burnley losing Chris Wood, Carney at African Cup. Burnley not signing anybody. Sorry, my boy Dash, but it seems like it will be bad for you this time around. So I'm gonna go with him to go down. So I'm saying Burnley. Now we reach a stage of the show where I'm just going to go around the table and have you guys talk about whatever. So I know Demo is probably disappointed with how West Indies have performed, especially that part because Shy Hope, Justin Graves,
Hey,
Nicholas
Levon, one
Curran.
quick second. Levon, one quick second. Remember to talk before this man.
No.
No, I have to
I
go.
have to go too. So you have to listen to what I have to say. I have to go too. You can't do that.
Yo,
You
It's
have to listen to what I say.
let's say that
Oh,
the top order has been awful in the series. Otherwise, some Shamar Brooks was come good in his 2 innings. The rest of them has been poor. And I don't see why Rastan Chase should continue playing in this team and he should be out of it. They have to depend on the lower order batting of Romari Shepherd and one Odin Smith, who we argued that shouldn't make a 50 over side, but he has done himself some justice so far, and we can't say that he shouldn't be there. But what you have to say about them, Demo?
yeah, well, you already talked about them. That is definitely not I'm going to use my minute to talk about. I am glad that I'm going before Kim because we like him love point out accountability and all of these things. And I just want this, as my thing says in brackets, jaw dropping all star. I just want to big up the two-time Western Conference, player of the month, Ja Morant, all star looking, I think right now, if you check, he's like seventh in the MVP race, which he should probably be above Steph Curry by now because he has been doing amazing stuff, coming up clutch, doing everything that he needs to do, making big plays in stretches of games and leading that Grizzlies team to what I think it's 11 straight wins now.
Yeah,
Like the man has just been immense. And I remember somebody came out and they said that the Grizzlies were not going to make the playoffs ahead of the Lakers. They said that Ja Morant is not that special player and all of these things. So I'm hoping and praying that some people who love talk about accountability will come on here and admit that he got it wrong with the Grizzlies and with Ja
Ja will
Morant.
be going up against Dancic right now.
Right now, he also came out and he said that, whatever about Luca and this and that. I don't care. I just want him to come right now and say, I was wrong about Ja Morant. The facts change, and he's definitely an all-star player, all-star quality, and one of the best players in the league right now. And in the running, the top 10 for the MVP race right now. Please and thanks. That's all I want.
all right.
Miniature Kems.
All right, gentlefolk. So I have tomorrow, Saturday, we will be combining our NFL and NBA show together. Just to
Yeah.
let you guys know. I think the NFL game start early tomorrow, something like that. But we'll still be combining it at the same time, 7 p.m. Right on Sunday. We'll have our obviously our males podcast, and for those persons, I think I saw Michelle over there, I saw Latoya over there, and I saw quite a few persons over there. I don't really get to see the comment section like that. The producer put up some comments that me and him have to fight more, but that's a story. That's a story for another day. But there. So I really want to thank you guys, for tuning in. On Sunday it will be at 8 p.m. I'll just let you guys know what we'll be talking about from now. We'll be talking about men showing emotions. We know that when men show emotions, when men cry, society tend to say, why you cry, you girl, da 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 da. So we'll be tapping into that. We'll also be tapping into relationship trauma. How do men come back from relationship trauma, whether it be getting cheated on, this and that, and then we'll also tap in on deal breakers as well. So we have a lot of stuff that we're going to talk about over there. Hopefully, Demo will join us. We have sent Demo an invite. Depending on his schedule, he'll be there. Yes or no, I'm not sure. But as it relates to Jamorant, I'll say really quickly. I'll expound on it tomorrow. But Jamorant has been sensational. Everything that I've said about him, obviously, I was absolutely wrong, 100% wrong. The man has been balling. The man has shut me up and all the other haters up. I was a Jamorant hater. Now I just have to just shut my mouth and just witness greatness as the man continues to just flourish, beating, and he's not only beating small sides, he's beating the Lakers, beating the Warriors, beating this, beating that,
The
beating
net
everybody, beating the Nets, killing KD
So,
dead.
so Kems, you're not tell Demo to apologize to LeBron because Demo said that LeBron
Nah,
was in top five.
nah. I know Demo was just on his day that day. It's okay. So, but I'll see you guys tomorrow. I don't have anything else to say.
All right. What I'll say to you guys is that it's a pleasure being back in front of you guys. I mean, I missed you, man. I missed y'all. And remember to like the video before you leave. Ensure that you do that, man. If you haven't done so, ensure that you like the video. And big up to everybody in the comment section. Big up to all those behind the full screen that don't comment. Big up everybody. Big up our producer Josh Miss Possible. Thanks to Sherwin who was here. It's been a while, but he was here. Thanks to Demo. Thanks to Kems. Big up on yourself. Stay tuned to more Sports Frenzy content. As Kem said, tomorrow is NBA and NFL combined. So just stay tuned for those shows. Until then, enjoy the rest of your evening.